People out there, people, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. I don't think anyone would really fall for this. But this happened in the Duarte, California area. So I believe that's the sheriff's department that's going to do the investigation on this, as well as I didn't go through the mail, so it wouldn't be the postal police. I'm having coffee. The camera's at a kind of weird angle. I'm using a wad up paper bag as a tripod because I wasn't planning on filming this. I had to move my chair like 3 times to film this. Carl's Jr.'s one area, somebody went like a little bit ripe, and they made my eyes water, and made me start gagging. So I changed to one seat, reversed to here, but the light was bad. I could have put down the shade. My Carl's Jr.'s here at the corner of Buena Vista and Huntington Drive in Monrovia. This is Duarte, California. I'm sorry, Duarte, California. Having some coffee. I ordered it with half and half. I asked for half and half, but they only had glass. These are not half and half, and they're not very good for us. They're just not. But anyway, this is something that happened, and I don't think anyone is dumb enough here to fall for this. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share this with others, because someone might be this stupid, but they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm so stupid, I think I'm going to do this. Oh, don't do that, Johnny. That's too stupid. Oh, why? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So maybe share it. Put your comments down below. Have you encountered such a thing, perhaps? I don't know. There is a group that goes after these people. The Romanian gypsies, the scams they do. They mostly go after them for their holding up the signs. Singal, Mom, S-I-N-G-A-L. We have a lot of those here. It's the same sign. Someone wrote a whole bunch of them, and they just hand them all out, but it's all misspelled exactly the same. I'm a Singal Mom, and I need dippers, D-I-P-P. One was D-I-P-P-A-R-S, which means diapers. And then, they kind of rotate. One day you might be a woman, and they put a fake baby in your tummy. They put it's a mold. It looks like half of an egg. They sell it. You can buy them, but they don't just stuff a pillow. But it's like they get it at Michael's. Well, they bought it at Michael's. It looks like an egg. It's a styrofoam. It's like half the egg and half the egg. So one part's flat, one part sticks out, and it's this big. You can make a display like they sell like individual, and you put a bunch of stuff inside it. Like some kind of an art project, or maybe you put candy and you decorate, and you put candy in there. But they get them from there. I've seen them when they walked out with those. And the manager asked, "Are you going to pay for that?" And he said, "No, we don't have to pay anything. We're from Romania. We're from Romania. We don't have to pay." And the manager, he did call the police. I think those two did get arrested, but I think it was on violation of trespass order, not the theft. I don't know how much those cost. I don't know what else they stole. They steal the silk flowers, and they steal those. Probably steal just whatever they think they can sell with them. When they hand you a flower, and they go, "Will you please make a donation of $3 for a silk flower?" They got them from there. They're like fake roses. But what happened, I went to Carl Jr.'s to get some coffee, as I said, and a lady walked up to me and said, "Hey, I know you. You have a YouTube channel." I said, "Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am." I wasn't wearing a YouTube shirt. I was wearing a shirt that says California. Have you ever seen that state? A lot of wacky stuff here. But she said that she and her friend had encountered the Romanians. She said, I think they're called gypsies. They call themselves gypsies, the gypsies. Are the gypsies from other areas than Romania? But she said that she told her friend, no, don't give them any money. It's not true. And the lady had 2 babies with her. 2 babies. One maybe a toddler, 3 years old. One, she said, would look like about 6 months. It was hot. And her friend gave her a Gatorade that she had. She had a small cooler of Gatorades. She sells real estate, so I don't know if she brings those, to hand out to those that come to an open house, or maybe when the people out there, they dig that post hole to put that big sign in there. Maybe she gives that to them. It's her own real estate agency. She was driving an AMG Mercedes-Benz, according to her friend. That's what she did. In fact, that car was here in the parking lot. So one of the ladies has an AMG Mercedes, so I think they both kind of got a lot of money. So she kept telling her friend, don't do it. And I said, well, how'd you find me? My channel, people think it's a weight loss channel. I was searching Romanian gypsy scams Southern California, Romanian Gypsy scam, San Gabriel Valley, Romanian Gypsy scam, Monrovia, and the ones you did from Aldi popped up. So I may have put in here Aldi Gypsy scams, but my videos, I guess, pop up, and I have a Romanian Gypsy playlist of all the different stuff I've seen them do. But there's a group out there, I can link it. If you want, just go to Facebook, and it's a Romanian Gypsy group, and they go out and they expose the Romanian Gypsies, and they confront them. And sometimes they throw things at the guys filming. They've thrown, bodily fluids, they've thrown bottles, and that kind of stuff. They've confronted me a few times, but usually because I won't give them money, not because I filmed them. One lady she said I filmed them. It wasn't me, it was somebody else. I do film them, but it wasn't me this time. She said I was just filming them. What I did is someone had wanted me to get them an item at Aldi. I picked up my phone to see what they wanted. She, of course, thought I was filming them. It's not like it's a secret that they're a scam. We all know. I know. Hopefully you know. Don't give them any money. They're kind of like a stray cat. You feed the stray cat and it's a come back. So if you keep giving them money, they'll keep doing that location. They do Aldi because the management company in Aldi, that owns the strip mall, said that I guess it was a he that I talked to about it when they were out there doing some kind of survey. They asked me was I ever bothered by the homeless. And I said not too much the homeless, more them. And right then they were pulling up in their Navigator and unloading the babies. And okay, Johnny, you're going to go with Susan, and you're going to be a married family. Okay, now you three, you're going to go, and your father died in Romania. You need to fly his body home. But if he died in Romania, he's from Romania. I don't know. They told me everything from they were in a plane crash, and their plane had hit a helicopter, and it was on all of the news. How can you say it's a scam to me? I said, oh, where did it happen? Near Seattle. Well, it was Washington, D.C., not Washington State, but a lot of these people have never gone to school. I'm talking never, not preschool, not junior high, not high school, not college. They've never. I talked to one girl, and she said the only time she ever goes to the school is if they're doing a book bag drive with all the supplies. They'll go get that and they sell it, or if they're giving out free something. Like one time they're giving out free gift cards so you can buy clothing at Walmart, and they sold that. So that's the only time she ever gone to school. When the police are called, they said we can't really do much about them because the city and probably the county of LA, they won't let us do anything about it. They say, oh, well, just let them be. Do they do skimming crime? Yes. Do they sell fake jewelry? Yes. Do they exploit you by saying they put a gypsy curse on you? And they told me they put a gypsy curse on me because I wouldn't give a lady $5. I was at my ATM. They did finally call the police because there was like ATM, and up against the wall, the two ATMs, there was a Romanian lady with her 2 kids. I filmed one, but this was not the other one. And she had a chair with 2 kids, so you walk up to the and right beside your elbow is the lady. Is she going to take some photos of your numbers? Who knows? Did she put a skimmer on there? I don't know, but she's not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to trespass, so they don't have to actually break a certain law. Once I get a trespass order, that's it. But this is the king of all of them. So the police said if you're stupid enough to give them money, what can they do? You can't police stupidity. You're allowed to be stupid in the United States. If you're stupid enough to say, oh my God, this 13-year-old girl, she has a 9-year-old daughter and she needs braces, let me give her $10. Well, she's 13 and 9. Probably not. It can be legit. If they have a styrofoam baby, sometimes they actually put a rubber baby in a stroller because they know you're not going to get out and go, oh, how are you? All they need is some hair sticking out underneath the blanket and a bottle, and they do that one too. But this is the king of them all. This lady, they sell real estate, so they gotta be pretty smart. They passed the real estate exam, right? I don't know how well educated, but she didn't have any cash. The one lady gave them the Gatorades, and then she's out having money. What do you need the money for? She goes, I need to buy formula. And right then, I guess you could say, well, I'll go buy the formula and bring it back to you. They'll just throw it away. They don't need formula. Or diapers, DIPPARS. They don't need that. They need the money. They just want the money. The same lady said to the lady who did not give her anything said, "Don't you remember we saw that lady before? She was selling opal and gold jewelry." And then it turned out the police came and arrested them, 2 of them, I guess, for selling for something, but they actually left in handcuffs. That was at Walmart, which is at Mountain Street, in Hamilton, a mountain in Hamilton in Doherty, California as well. So I think the sheriff's department has got an issue with this, and they're trying to see what they can do. Now we have a new district attorney. Maybe they'll start prosecuting. I don't know. But she didn't have any cash, and she said, "No, that it's a scam. Come on, let's go." So I'll meet you wherever they're going. They were in 2 different cars. I'll just meet you. I just want to talk to her for a minute. Maybe I can give her some resources. So she left, and the lady that gave the Gatorade that said that maybe it's not a scam. They both are in the real estate industry. I think they might be related. I think so. She was saying that the lady that this happened to, she wasn't there. It was her friend. The lady who had happened to her is shocked this happened, but she told the girl, "I don't have any cash," and she said, "Well, we can." Now a lot of them they'll have Zelle or Venmo or PayPal. You can just give them the money. But she goes, "Well, I don't really want to give out any of my information." She goes, "We can take a check. I can take a small check if you want to help me." She said the girl had to answer for everything, and a good salesperson will always have an answer to every thing. If someone has a problem, God, I don't really know. Every objection they have, you should be ready for something else. So she said, "Oh, okay, maybe I can do that. How much you need?" She's the formula. The formula I need is $13.80. And she, but I don't think there's any tax because it's food, but I'm not sure. And the lady said, "Well, I'll just write you a check for $15 because she had some money. Because while the lady was standing there talking to her, a few other people came by and gave cash, a $5 bill, a couple of ones of another person, and someone gave her $20. So she made, just in that 10-minute conversation, she made about $30 or $40 off of the cash handouts. So she writes her a check for $15. 15.00. 15.00. Well, if you erase that zero, what do you got? 1,500. Yep, you're right. That's what they did. They washed the check. They took off the decimal point, so it says 1,500. And they have some shady character that runs a banking thing for them and gave him the cash. He doesn't care. It's not coming from. They're not going to come back to him. It's a legitimate check written on the lady's thing. I guess it might have even been a bank. They could have a teller that says, "Oh yes, there you go, all 100s." And whatever. So she, out of the kind of part, she gave them a Gatorade and $15. Well, her $15 turned into $1,500, and it went through, and they got the cash. Now, if they wrote one for me at $1,500, the bank, if they took it to my bank, if they didn't have I have a Wells Fargo. I don't have checks. I do everything electronically. But if I did have a check, they took it to my bank might say, "No, this guy doesn't have $1,500 in his account." They could check it. But if you just take it to their bank, what if they bank it? I don't know. What if it was sent to some Romanian bank or whatever, and the cash was, who knows how it, was it an international thing? So they called, the sheriff's department came out, they asked her to give an identification, description or whatever, I guess is what she said. I think it's a sheriff, I'm not sure. No. She saw them again and took photos of them. And the lady said, "Why are you taking our photo? Why are you stole my $1,500? "No, I take it to a bank and put it in bank. I didn't take anything. They must have done it at the bank." She said, "No. And so that's where it all ended right there. She brought I guess she sent the photos to whoever the investigator was. I don't know if that'd be the FBI, because it didn't go through the mail, but it's banking, and that's protected by the FDIC. So it could have been the Los Angeles FBI office, but by the time they came to arrest her, either from here or as soon as she was taking photos, they started packing up. She was with a different man who was supposed to be her husband, and she was with a 9-year-old or 9 to 10-year-old boy, and like a 6-year-old girl. None of the toddler, the babies weren't there anymore. So that's what happened to her. Does she feel stupid? Yes. Was she able to absorb the loss? Yes. Will she get the money back from the bank? I don't know. They say a lot of times now, if you keep falling for these scams, they're not going to pay it. Wells Fargo, Bank of America are already fighting, having to pay back these things. They say, well, if you're stupid enough to give a band of gypsies a paper check with $15, you actually gave them one for $1,500. Those people might have been rich enough; they might could have done it for $15,000, but they probably thought, well, they'll probably check that. And I think they wrote in the thing, house sitter. So the thing, house sitter, 2 months. So let's say you make $750 a month and you house sit or whatever. So I guess the bank just put it right through. So be careful. Don't give anything. I would just say don't give anything at all. When Aldi has had a lot of problems with them. one lady was told that she'd called them a scam. She said, I'm not giving you money. And what's the wrong way? She said, why you don't give us money? What's a scam? And so I put Gypsy curse. I put Gypsy curse. And then I'm going to slice your neck. And she had they said a sword about that big. It looked probably was one of those ornate letter openers. We have one in my house is what I'm thinking. They used to sell them like it for fundraisers and stuff. Like this is a copy of a 300 AD bronze sword or something, and they give us a free gift. But anyway, subscribe, like, share, comment. Have you had such a? Is my thing? Oh, that was my thing. Probably that's a light. But yeah, if you had anything like that, put it down here. If you have any warning, take us. Be careful. They're also here. Whatever, and anything like that. It could be an unhoused person, or just a street criminal. If you have anything like that, go ahead and put it down here, and let's warn each other so we can stay safe. So you stay safe. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Have a great day. This will probably be out. Maybe I'll have it on. Let's see, geez. Probably Saturday. I'll probably have it on Saturday. So if you're watching, it's probably Saturday. I have another video I shot already. Take care.